Completely under this wisdom bomb by Mastrada. Let's be honest, map sets like these are mapped for attention. Believe it or not, there are a lot of mappers who derive their enjoyment of mapping from seeing big numbers, hosting giant sets, watching everyone struggle and farm their set, and trying to hit the coveted top 5 most played beat maps in the last 24 hours. They care about play count, favorites, appearances on streams, TikToks, etc. And being on people's top plays. That's not bad, Fave. That's just a difference in value, and one that focuses on the gaming aspect of mapping rather than the artsy, interpretive aspect of mapping. Sorry guys, English isn't my first language, so pardon me. Anyways, who agrees with this? I think it makes sense from the PP mapper side why you would want to map and get like value from it rather than mapping something for your own personal enjoyment. I think I get both sides. Like shit take trying to justify slop, but like let's be honest, imagine you map something, right? You see like these top players, these big names playing your map for PP, and then you see that like the community is playing it as a whole. Who wouldn't get dopamine from that? I think that's completely fair. I think that's completely fair. This makes sense on the mapper's point of view, why they would map PP for this part of the value, right? It's like creating any type of content. Exactly. Numbers make you happy. It's the same goes for OSU maps. Though you don't get any monetary value, you get the dopamine value. Maybe you get some like community value, right? Maybe not in a good way, but you do get some community value. You definitely get a lot of haters, but it is what it is. In the same way, you guys are arguing that these maps are uninspired, redundant, boring, unnecessary, etc. These mappers are also laughing at you for mapping what you believe to be beautiful, poignant, inspired maps that artfully express the song, that end up getting like 2 favorites, 5 players, and disappear completely from everyone's memory 10 seconds after being ranked. True. But at the same time, these mappers aren't mapping for that dopamine side that PP mappers are mapping for. They're mapping for their own personal enjoyment. But at the same time, I don't really get mappers that shit on other mappers for mapping for like that kind of like number drive. Because I completely get both sides. Why are you shitting on these PP mappers? It completely, like, I don't understand. Why can't we just be happy? Why can't we just all be friends? You know? Anyways, people derive different forms of enjoyment from mapping. Yeah, I don't think it's fair that you veto a map on the basis that is redundant, because you're definitely right. We're not seeing a content bloat are just not real arguments for quality concerns. I saw a tweet from Informus about this. I don't think content bloat is a real issue, and it should never be. This is literally what, a 19-year-old game? No, 18. This is an 18-year-old game. I would be surprised if there wasn't any content bloat. Why is content bloat an issue then? We literally have 15 Haramachi Clover map sets over the past decade, which is completely normal. I would be surprised if there's no content bloat in an 18-year-old game. Like, I don't understand why that's a real issue. It's because it's not an issue, right? If that makes any sense. Game older than 90% of its player base? Oh my god, bro. And where was I? If you believe there are, then please bring it up to the ranking criteria discussion. First, to create a rule constraining map set bloat. Personally, having a rule capping hashtag of difficult season set is actually quite reasonable. Imagine a corollary. BNs start vetoing maps that are otherwise high quality, represent the song excellently, and have great pattern and flow, because the map is only going to get 5k play count and 20 favorites, and essentially it's going to be forgotten after the day. It's a similar argument. The map, despite being well done, is completely unnecessary and doesn't need to be ranked. You'd argue that these sorts of high quality maps have value, but I argue this such a day value also has value. It's not just the same value you recognize. Blah 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 blah. But really read, bruh. It's 3 AM, bro. Give me a break. Give me a break. Unless you're legitimately arguing the difficulties were AI generated. Yeah, AI be doing crazy nowadays, bro. Please admit that these difficulties were hand maps until make them die. Yep, agreed. Anyways, is it Monstrata is a lawyer. Yes, he is a lawyer.